Chelsea Rose from Chelsea Rose Reads, and I am going to read to you today. We have some fun changes today to the set, which is not important to any of you, but it's fun. We have a mic because my nephew told me my sound quality was bad, and he's 12, and quite frankly, kiddos run the world as far as Chelsea Rose Reads is concerned, so I have a mic. Hopefully you can hear me better. We'll see how that goes. So today, speaking of sound quality and performance and fun, we are going to read Zoozical. Guys, are you so excited about this? Because I'm so excited. I was in musicals as a young child until I was not a young child anymore for I was probably in theater for 10 years, which is honestly probably where Chelsea Rose Reads comes from. So, yay, very excited about musicals. Do you like musicals? Do you know what a musical is? Basically, a musical is a play or a movie that has songs incorporated in it. I've never had to define musical before, and I just realized I don't think I did a great job. But yeah, it's basically expressing a story through song and dance and fun and woohoo, and kind of my preferred storytelling method. So there's probably going to be some singing today just because the rhymes in this book are really, really fun. And so I kind of just start singing. So that's great. Now, as y'all know, we have an important thing we need to do before we start reading. Do any of y'all know? What do we do before we read? We put on our reading caps. Good job. Does everyone have their reading cap or their imaginary reading cap? You can imagine whatever reading cap you want. Oh, that's even better that's so much better than my reading cap. Also, about my reading cap today, yes, I usually wear a baseball hat of some sort because I have a lot. But I felt like this was a little bit more like I would wear it to see a musical, which is not true. I wouldn't. I just lied to you. But, so just don't lie. It's not nice. But yes, today my reading cap is just a little bit more fun than normal. So we're going to put on our reading caps. Is everybody ready? 1, 2, 3. Ajouche. I just realized while putting this on, it's kind of backwards, but it's fine. I feel like we're ready for the theater. We're ready to go. So we are going to read Zoozical. And it is by Judy Sierra with pictures by Marc Brown. I do not own rights to this by any means. I'm just celebrating this content. I do not want to come off as if I wrote it because I didn't. Will I write a children's book one day? You'll just have to see. Okay, Zoozical. Let's guys, these books, they're wonderful, but they're very hard to turn. Okay, here we go. Da-da-da. One blustery morning, when frosty winds blew, when families stayed home, and when field trips were few, the midwinter doldrums arrived at the zoo. What a doldrum is? It's like the blues, when the doldrums hit, you kind of look like this. So that's a doldrum, in case you were wondering. Again, probably not a great definition. Little lemurs stopped leaping. Their yowling was keeping the wombats awake. Then the snakes, by mistake, tied themselves up into knots. The ocelots lost their spots. Owls did not give a hoot. Pandas quit being cute. Sad day. Even penguins were surly. The zoo gates closed early. Guys, this is so sad. Then just when it seemed that the doldrums had won, let me see your doldrums. Good. That the zoo never ever would be fun. A very large hippo collapsed in dismay, and a very small hippo hopped out of the way. A young kangaroo shouted, "Look, me hop too!" And together they hip-hopped all over the zoo. Look at them hip-hopping. Look how fun that is. Very exciting for what's to come. Okay. It was simply amazing what the two friends could do when they tapped and they rapped and they twirled on their feet. All the animals rocked to the hipparoo beat, and slowly the doldrums began to retreat. Look how fun that is. Woohoo! Cried the young kangaroo. We're so musical. Musical. Cool, said the hippo. Let's put on a Zoozical. Are you guys excited? I'm pumped. I'm so ready for the Zoozical. Okay. Every creature had talent. There wasn't much to it. They just needed the hippo to say, we can do it. We're born to be singers and dancers and acrobats. Zoozical fever swept over the zoo habitats. Look at that. This is fun, guys. It's gonna be great. Okay. Here's time. Clear your voices or prep your voices because we're about to sing. All right. The animals sang songs that everyone knew. If the words weren't quite right, they added a few. And even giraffes, who were quiet and shy, discovered their voices could reach to the sky. So the elephant sang, do your ears hang low? Do they wobble to and fro? And then the cute little bunny rabbit sang, if you're happy and you know it, clap your paws. Their big paw. And then the porcupine sang, oh my darling, oh my darling, oh my darling porcupine. And then the giraffe sang, it's a tall world after all. And then the gorilla sang, for he's a jolly gorilla. See, guys, it's so fun. And after they'd all learned the musical score, they made posters and costumes and scenery galore. Look at all that fun! They're great. They're just having a good time. The news spread like wildfire. The zoo was aglow, and in spite of the wind and the sleet and the snow, the who's who of Springfield all rushed to the show. At 8:15, when the lemurs were certain the moment was right, they flung open the curtain. On stage, the wee hippo blinked up at the light, but her feet wouldn't move. She was frozen with fright. Oh no, would the Zoozical turn out all right? Oh no, is she scared? Oh, little pumpkin, I hope you're all right. Yes, a tiger backstage roared with ear-splitting roar, and the hippo hopped higher than ever before. She hit the ground tapping, and the crowd started clapping. The young kangaroo didn't clap. He was napping. Bears walked the tightrope with elegant ease. Flamingos whizzed by on a flying trapeze. Raccoons danced in pairs, baboons danced in troops, and snakes joined the dancers as live hula hoops. Guys, a snake hula hoop. I wouldn't enjoy that. I don't enjoy snakes, but be very fun to watch it happen. All right. The crocodile kids led the elephant song, and the audience gleefully chanting along. Are we ready? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. You guys sounded great. Well done. You didn't know we would be performing during this, did you? And then onto the stage rolled 10 seals on a bus, barking, let's sing a tune that's all about us. The seals on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The seals on the bus go, I need to move on. And that young kangaroo, when he finally awoke, he delighted the crowd with a wild karaoke, which, in case you were wondering, does not rhyme with awoke, but it looks like it does. Delighted the crowd with a wild karaoke, and everyone danced to the zoo hokey pokey. I see what they did there. You put your right. Yep. I don't know the tune. Do y'all know the tune to Hokey Pokey? You put your right paw in. You put your left hoof out. That's what it. This is the way it's called. That's what it's all about. Ask your parents. Clearly, I don't remember. Alrighty, moving on from the Hokey Pokey. It was one of these times that you hope never ends, when penguins and pandas and pythons are friends, when tigers don't bite and the doldrums take flight on a magical, musical, Zoozical night. Ta-da! Let's all clap for the Zoozical. Well done, well done, well done. Huh? Did y'all love Zoozical? If you didn't, it's fine. Not everyone is a musical person. And that's okay. That is not a problem at all. I am a musical person, so I really enjoyed that. And one of my favorite parts, I think, about the book, or about the story, is everyone, the circumstances around everyone, the situations they were in. They were sad. It was really snowy and cold. There wasn't really anything to do. Everyone was kind of bored. And it actually took kind of an accident that a hippo fell down and another hippo jumped out of the way, and suddenly that turned into a little game with the kangaroo. And then they ended up hip-hopping, which just goes to show any situation, something fun and good can come out of it. There's always a silver lining. There's always a little bit of joy. There's always something tucked in to things that don't seem very fun, or things that don't seem things that seem they're not going the way they need to be going. There's always joy that can be brought from it. And how cool is that it just turned into this whole show and this whole production, and everyone was involved, and everyone were friends. I just love it. Also, the theater community really brings people together. It's just delightful, as does reading, which is why we read together. And thank you so much for joining me on this journey today. If you have suggestions, as per usual, you can reach out to me on Facebook or Instagram, and also my email address, chelseasummerrose@gmail.com. And I would love to read what you want me to read. We've got some fun things coming up. I believe we have President Squid, the Wonky Donkey, I believe Tacos and Dragons, and we've just got some really fun ones. And so I also want to look for more, if you have suggestions for, I need a book about sports, and I need a book about cars, and I need so many other things. So definitely suggest them. I love talking with y'all and chit-chatting with y'all. Definitely let me know where you're watching from. And I also kind of want to give y'all some shout outs to different people that are watching. Today's shout out is to my little Noelani, who actually calls me Auntie Giraffe, which is my favorite thing in the world. And she was watching with her friends yesterday, I think, her t-ball team. And so I just want to give a shout out to that t-ball team. And Noelani, thank you so much for sharing Chelsea Rose Reads with your friends. So y'all are awesome, and I will read with you next time. Bye.